Hello, football fans, and welcome back to Madden 24. In the background here, I'm just going to get things ready for this week's game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I want to cover some things in game as well as some things that have gone on in the real world with the Carolina Panthers. So, first things first, I want to talk about this last week's game here against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was embarrassing because of how poorly the team performed in the game, and I think that says a lot about the fact that we do not have a head coach right now, which I think is an issue that our owner has caused. More than that, though, the owner's actual behavior during the game by throwing a drink at a fan in the stands is absolutely reprehensible. It is disgusting that the owner behaved this way, and personally, I'm embarrassed for the franchise that I cheer for that this man is our owner. All I can say is I think that the best thing that the owner can do at this point is to sell the team to somebody who is actually a fan of the Carolina Panthers, because he has shown time and again now that he is not a true football fan and he has no idea what he is doing as the owner. With that being said, let's turn to more positive things and this week in the game. So, this week we're going to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in our last home game and the last regular season game. I'm going to try to go ahead and win so that we can stay undefeated for the entire season. And I think we have a good shot because Tampa Bay is not that highly ranked of a team this year. With that being said, next week there will not be a game on the channel as far as Madden because it will be the wild card round of the playoffs, or I believe the week after might be. And the Panthers, as an undefeated team, don't have a wild card game. So I will not play again on the franchise mode until the divisional playoff game. So there will be a little bit of a separation there in videos. I'm debating if I want to continue with the career mode on the game. I really haven't found that nearly as enjoyable as I do the season mode, so I'm just not sure about that. I may do that, or I may start one of the other sports related games that I'm thinking about putting on once the football season is over. There's one in particular that I think will be the game that comes on Sundays each week on the channel after the football season's over, but we will see. I'm not exactly positive on what I'm going to do on that yet. With that being said, this also may be the last season that I do Madden on this channel for a little while, because I am very hopeful that next season the NCAA football game that has been announced will be available on computer and I can play that on the channel. For those who know me, I am a much bigger NCAA football fan than I am NFL football, and particularly I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan. So I'm really excited that we're in the national championship this season, and hopefully the game will be good to play in the coming years. But with all of that out of the way, let's jump into this week's game and enjoy.
He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Panthers and the Bucs, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Panthers of Orlando. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week, they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Fights him off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it right side away. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. When you look at this defense, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the number 1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That will nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Off the play fake, Young. And that is incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Young off the play fake. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. A give up the middle, Hubbard. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go with White on the counter. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Henry Anderson there on the stop. When you look at this defense, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum. This is how you have your defense rounding into form. A shutout here in the late going. They're playing their best football at the exact right time.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. That was a third and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. A play fake. Now Young. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen, 27 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. Now, looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? The offensive line coach. Okay. Because it's a big deal for his unit as well to be able to say, hey, we escorted guys to 1,000 yards or more in a season, just like blocking for a 3,000-yard or 4,000-yard passer. So it's a lot of pride on the line, and his pride is paramount because he wants to be able to join that pantheon of guys that in the NFL ran for 1,000 yards or more in a season.
Pride on the line. I see what you did there.
You like that? When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
This is White on the screen. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Mayfield. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mayfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Boy, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Mayfield now. Here's White. They set up the screen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the dip, and he did not get there. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Lions trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And that one all tied. We saw a strong first half out of the Alabama man and former #1 selection, Bryce Young. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage. Both teams making their final adjustments. We're back to football. For the call, Right down the street from here, we go back to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. On play action, Young. He's got Mingo. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
First down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, 31 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Opting to run again here with White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Partner, I
think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Orlando takes back over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 34 yards to gain that time. Another 1st down.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to stretch out their lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Going with White here, toss left. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Mayfield. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Welcome back live to Orlando. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 76 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. 2nd and a couple. They go play action. Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. That'll put them up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you get contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Mayfield to throw it. He's got White here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Mayfield. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they will take a knee here. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Panthers, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon